bit about the things that we have learned in the last 5 years. So it's going to be like 5 or 5, that kind of thing. So we'll make it very brief and easy. Who should go first?
You should go first.
Okay, so I'll go first. Okay, what I've learned is like be slow to speak, that kind of thing. Just because there are a lot of things that you can solve by just keeping quiet and actually processing your emotions, processing how you feel before you actually respond. Sometimes when you're too quick to respond, you end up saying what you should not say or what you don't actually mean. And sometimes I feel like emotions run wild, and so just to be able to like gather your thoughts and then now be able to speak, I feel like it goes a long way and it actually saves a lot of issues, like saves you from a lot of drama. Do you want to go?
Oh, okay. Um, for me, I think the one that comes on top of my list is be deliberate in be deliberate about your partner. So if you go out and you see something nice, I mean, just try to get something, or just go out of your way to make the other person happy or to feel loved. Because if you go out and you come back with something and just says, "Oh, I got this for you," I think it makes the other person feel loved. Like, "Oh, you actually thought of me and you came back with something." So be deliberate about your partner. It doesn't have to be that, but whatever it means to you to be deliberate about your partner, I think you should do that.
Okay, so that's two. So I'm gonna do three now. Okay, so I think that you know how scripture says that two will chase 10,000. Okay, one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. Imagine you having, like, the point of you having a life partner is to make sure that you're able to do life together, right? So in terms of things that you guys are believing God for and things that you want to achieve and stuff like that, which is why, earlier I shared a video about, setting goals and setting goals for your family. These are not the things that you do separately or like outside of your spouse. You guys need to work together so that when you are praying, you pray together. Even God says that, two is good for two people, as in to be two people, so that even when one is falling, the other one can pull the other person back up. So I feel like it also helps in growing spiritually and in other areas. I mean, if you have a constant cheerleader just pushing you and telling you you can do it, and even when you are down, you have someone that will speak life into you and that will actually build you up. I feel like that goes a long way. So I think that's number three now. So do you have?
Okay. Okay. For number 4, I would say communicate. Communicate in everything. Be open. Okay, I'm not feeling too good today. Oh, I'm not in the mood. Oh, this is how things are in terms of my finances, and just communicate. I think there's no limit to how much you can communicate. You need to just keep communicating, like keep talking about it. I mean, I know at some point it might be like, oh, you're overreaching, you're sharing too much, but it's actually important that you communicate, because that is the only way you can, leave the lines open. Because if you tend to keep things, the other person can't actually know what you're thinking or know what you're feeling. But when you communicate, you share, you open that. I don't know the word to use.
Yeah, you open the channel for like
Okay.
further conversations.
Okay.
I like what he said. Like the communication part is so important. Like you can't assume that people know what you're going through just because you're living in the same house or how people feel about a certain situation. So if you do not explain and then the other person now reacts, then it becomes like a whole thing because no one is saying anything and everyone is assuming that people know what each other is going through. There are sometimes, yeah, we sleep on the same bed, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we know exactly what's going on or how the person's day went that whole day. Okay, so number 5, which is the final one. As a couple, you're going to have kids. If you don't have already, you will have kids by God's grace. I mean, if you want, it's important to still prioritize your partner. Like that's a major thing, and I feel like sometimes for parents, especially for moms, you have humans that are fully dependent on you to live and to breathe and literally to do everything. It's important to not forget your spouse as well. Like you need to find a good balance. If it's that you need a support system, if you can afford a support system, have the kids go somewhere and just spend that one-on-one time. Not everything has to be done with a lot of money. Sometimes it's just quality time, is sitting down and talking to your partner and just asking how they're feeling at the moment, what they're doing. And I will also ask that husbands be considerate and be understanding when your wives are also going through that phase where they are in full mama mode and it seems like you are just on the side burner. You are not on the side burner. There are times and seasons. There are times where the little human needs more from you and draws more from you and needs help more than maybe your husband will. It's just about finding a balance and reassuring your spouse every time that they still matter and that you still care for them. I think that's more important than, you might not really have all the time, but at least just that confidence that I still have you in my mind. You are still my number one love, even if there's a new baby and stuff like that. So it's just about really finding the balance. I hope you enjoyed our 5 of 5.